Welcome to the Klock Hour. This is your host, Marv Kennel, a.k.a. I'm not a rapper, but I have a very special guest here in the building with me, Miss Sherry McCargo. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Marv.
I've been waiting to talk to you for a minute.
Okay.
I'd say a couple of years.
I know.
So how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I can't complain.
Yeah.
This is what I do on the weekends and, get things situated for the next and just go on today. But I kind of pay attention to, some of the news that's out there. I always like to pick your brain because you were riding with me on social media for a while.
Yes.
And so I always want to know what you're thinking. And
Yes.
I even make phone calls to someone else just to know what they think.
Yes.
I see some politics out there. What do you think is going on?
As far as
Politics.
okay, but as far as Connecticut, as far as the world,
Well, Connecticut, let's say Connecticut first. They got this tax thing going on.
yes. Well, I think that overall taxes just should, they're through the roof, like everything else.
Right.
And I always tell people that when you accept something, look behind, because behind that, while you're having your hand out to get this, somebody's in your pocket to take that.
Right.
So I'm just a advocate. Just everything needs to go lower. Like gas, $5.39 a gallon.
Yeah.
It's just everything.
It's like a short story. I used to be a recruiter up here.
Right.
And I was standing in the tax line waiting to pay my car tax. And so I guess the reporter thought I was safe. So she approached me because I was in uniform. She approached me and asked me how I feel about the taxes. So I looked at her for a second. I said, and I asked her, I said, you see all these people in line? I said, first of all, I financed the car at that time I financed that. I'm making car payments. Then you got maintenance on the car. Then you got car insurance on the car. And then I got to give these people $200 and something, $300 and something dollars to have it or to drive it in this town with the worst streets on the planet. She hurried up and got away from me. I said, how about asking them?
I bet.
Yeah, and everybody looking at me. I said, ask them how they feel about it.
Yeah.
Because some of it is ridiculous, but, that's just my opinion on it. But I looked at that and I was like, man, don't come to me asking me goofy questions
Right.
about taxes, man.
Right.
Come on.
Well, I also feel that, like, the more, and I'm learning this, the more I make smoke, if everybody's not together on these subjects, then nothing will change. Like, different political people, they have a definition and they have people that they have to please that brings them their campaigns.
Right.
But I think that different communities, if they say, like, I just spoke to someone the other day that said, I didn't vote this person in office. Yes, you did. Because if you didn't vote for the other person, your vote automatically cast for this person. So I think we all need to come together on that,
Yeah, my last show, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
And, it's
And how do we come together?
That's the question of the century.
Right.
How?
Right.
We can't agree on anything.
Well, and I noticed too, when there comes a group of people that may have different thoughts, that then you have somebody, and I watch this on social media, where I watch different people I see that's doing something for the community. Then you have a group over here, 5 or 6 people that like throw monkey wrenches, subtle ones, but they're still monkey wrenches. Like, they're not, to me, coming together for the bigger picture. It's more or less, I don't like what you're doing, so let me do this and say that. I don't like that. That's why I don't get involved with some things.
Yeah, that happened
Yeah.
recently.
I
I
know.
ain't even going to
I
speak
know.
on it.
I'm not either.
Oh, you know.
I saw it. I just didn't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Yeah, absolutely, I saw it.
Because the common goal was what was being done,
Yes.
what we were doing.
Yes.
common.
Yes.
It was supposed to be common, and it's not for.
Right.
It wasn't for us.
Right. And then you see somebody that you may disagree with what they're doing, but you're not doing anything. That's what gets me.
Got no skin in the
Right,
game.
right. Nothing to lose. Just,
Yeah.
but you know how I look at that, Marv? Miserable people.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's why I stay in the house.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I stay in the house. I know that you and I, we had talked a bit about, some of the journey you've been on.
Yes.
Can you tell the people a little bit about that?
I think I started this journey because I lost my oldest daughter 4 years ago.
Wow, sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And I had some people that were around me, but then all of a sudden I was kind of dropped heavy, thinking that they felt like I should be over it. But I had to either pick up my bootstraps and do something about it or lay down. And I've got 3 other kids that I love very much.
Right.
And I wanted them to learn how to go through things difficult.
Right.
So that's what I did. And you see I've grown.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Because I'm watching, I'm like, okay, you're doing your thing now.
Yeah.
And it's a growth.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you earlier, I said nobody mourns the same,
Right.
or grieves the same. Nobody, I can't tell you how to go through what you're going through.
You'll be very surprised. The biggest thing that will make me go at somebody is when they say, I've lost my mother, I've lost my sister, I've lost my brother, I lost my cousin. I know how you feel. And it's like, no,
you don't.
Because you know what? I've lost my mother, I lost my father, I lost my brother. I lost some people in my life.
Right.
None of it. My grandmother that raised me, none of it touches losing this girl.
Right.
Nothing.
And that's why that word, empathy, I understand how you feel.
Yeah.
But you really don't. I can only empathize with you based on my experience with death,
Right.
And so forth. But
See, I don't know how another mother feels. That's why
Right.
I always say I know a similar pain.
right,
I've kind of turned into the person that I wished I had.
what do you mean?
As far as I felt during that time very alone, and my anxiety, you know about my anxiety. My anxiety was so bad that I can't even explain how bad it was. It was bad. And I still have it. I just know how to control it.
Right.
But I am now the person that I wish I had when I lost my daughter.
Right.
A ear,
Yeah.
letting the person know that, you know what, you're not alone. And I've done that for several people.
Right.
You're not alone going through this. It's a horrible thing. No one can tell you when to grieve and how long. Even like with my grandmother, I grieved a long time.
Right.
So, but some people will tell you.
Yeah.
But
I just like I lost mine, and what me and maybe my brother do, we'll talk about the good things, all the who she was, and some of the interesting things. Like even before she passed, she looked at me. We was at church. She looked at me and smiled and said, "Y'all in good hands." And shouts out to Eternal Life Ministries. But with that one situation, it plays in my head over and over again, over and over again. So that's what I use, rather than get depressed. And I don't know, something about this area. It just, I've lost
Stinks.
it. I've lost it.
let me say this to you. And I wanted to say this, but I was so engulfed I couldn't.
Right.
I apologize to you because you invited me to church, your grandmother's church,
Right.
long ago.
Right.
And this is before she passed away.
Right.
And I just could not do it because I was afraid, honestly.
But that was me picking certain things that I think that may help.
I know.
Or, give you some type of something.
I know.
I don't even know what to call it.
I know, Marv. I
Right.
know. I
Right.
just couldn't do it.
Right. Because you've been my roadie. I
Yeah.
mean,
I just couldn't, and I know that it was to
Yeah.
help me release
Yeah.
and help me understand. I know it was, but I was so, I was in so much sorrow. I was like, what
Right.
happens if I break down or something,
But that's all right.
Yeah.
But that's just me being a friend.
I know.
And
I know that.
You came through for me, and that's a friend. That's what friends do.
Right.
So I always keep an ear for you, keep a watch for you, see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then, you're a little entertaining out there. So I keep a watch for you. And at first I was like, I wonder what she's doing. Or what is that?
Well, I have something to tell you.
Yeah, those, go ahead.
Videos.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the reason why I started the videos is because in May, this past May, I was going to graduate, right? So my anxiety was so bad that my final was to do a video.
It was?
But, yeah, I was so afraid to do a video that I was like, I'm not going to walk. I'm not going to graduate. So in order for me to get over that, I started in December doing videos because I figured whoever's going to say whatever,
Right.
the embarrassment's going to be gone, and I'm going to make a big impact on this video thing.
Well, even with videos and stuff like that, I know you see I do what I do
Yes.
on there. I'd rather embarrass myself.
Exactly.
Here you go. This is me. This is who I am. I don't know how to be anybody else. If it's embarrassing, let me do it.
Right.
I don't want nobody else out there holding up their phone and trying to embarrass me.
Right.
So I'll embarrass myself.
And people is so weird to me, and this has happened to me, where someone will try to take a video of you, and that's weird to me.
Why?
Because I feel like me as a person, I would never want to show anybody in any other light than what they would want. I wouldn't. It's just me.
That makes sense.
Like if I feel like, we are people, we hold ourselves a certain way.
Right.
So if you feel like that this is something where, okay, I'm out at a birthday party or whatever, and I don't know, if you say, Sherry, let's take a picture, and I say
Right.
no, I can walk away.
Right.
But if you're in a corner,
Right.
that's weird to me. 'Cause
And it's a gift and a curse to me, because you see videos where people be maybe getting assaulted or something, and everybody has their phone out.
yeah,
Just
instead
like-
of helping.
Yeah, they complain about the cops and yelling at the cops, but they have their videos. Just like the Black Panther Party. What'd they do? And they called them domestic terrorists or whatever.
Exactly.
But what'd they do? They stood up. There
Exactly.
wasn't no video camera out there for
Exactly.
that. Like, listen, this is what you're doing to our people. Well, this is what we're gonna do.
Well, let me ask you this. How do you feel? This is how I'm feeling. And I'm in Facebook jail a lot.
Right. Like
You, I get out
the
a day,
other
I'm
Sherry,
back in. Yeah.
and me, I calmed down after they kicked me out for 3 months.
Listen, that's all you got was 3 months?
3 months.
Look, I have a red banner across my account that lets me know I'm restricted.
Right.
So this is my thing, though. How does the Proud Boys, the Klan, terrorists, I don't understand how they're able to bypass the media and put these things up there. But then I say the little clown stuff I say that's not even anything compared to that. And
Well, I think the book has us targeted.
I think so, too.
We're on that list of people, because
I think so.
there's a certain, see, they're not doing theirs on social media. There's websites that
Yeah,
they're
but they
on.
plan it on social media, too.
Certain things, but they're bypassing it
Yeah.
because they're not
I
targeted.
think they got us targeted.
They got to. We're
'Cause-
probably in a list of people,
Yeah.
and they keep keep track of your algorithms.
Yep.
Like, oh, well, if he says this
Yep.
and he says that, let's kick him off.
The only thing that stopped me right now, I put up there the other day, I couldn't hold it anymore. And I said, well, if you guys don't see me for a few months, you know where I'm at.
Right.
But the reason why I stopped is because it started they started trying to affect my business.
Right.
So I was like, okay, now let me step off.
Right.
But I just don't understand when they say free speech, because it's not.
It's not anymore.
No.
That's a big one.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And you tell me if I'm wrong. These people out here that's minding other people's business, am I wrong for saying I'm not going to tape you? I'm not doing.
No,
No.
you know what? It's
You know who I'm talking about? Like those ladies that when you park somewhere, they be like,
no. Oh, those people?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
The reason why is because I had an injury, and I was hurting one day real bad, but I saw this lady staring at me. I got out this car and clenched my teeth so I could walk straight.
Right.
And I was looking at her because I don't know if I had the look of crazy in my eyes, because if she said anything,
Right. And she just watched you.
she watched me. But when I got out the car and walked straight and I looked back at her, she looked away. So, I think sometimes they know.
I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Me, myself, I'm not taping you.
Right.
If we got an issue, we gonna handle this issue.
Right.
Let somebody else tape it.
Right.
But
Right.
them taping it, because 9 times out of 10, if the cops get called, who they gonna address first? You or the other one?
You.
There you go.
Exactly.
So in certain cases, certain states, I see why they tape it.
Right.
But I remember one night, I was on a highway, I was flying. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was flying. She got me cold. I said, you got me. You got
Right.
that.
You don't mind.
Yeah. I was polite. She said, let me see that. Here. Oh, I wasn't going to give you a ticket anyway. See you later.
See?
Slow down.
See?
Being polite and respectful, I don't get into those individuals that, no, I'm not going to show you my driver's license.
Exactly.
The object is to get them away from you as quick as possible.
Exactly. Like, I'm not going through that.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to interact with you as
Anyway.
much as you don't want to interact with me.
Exactly.
I'm not a criminal. I was speeding. Give me the ticket. I'll take the ticket.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
I've gotten pulled over for no reason. I was on the highway one day, broad daylight. So I passed the trooper. I seen him get on the highway. He was coming up. He pulls up next to me, looks at me, drops back behind me and pulls me over. And he says, you were on your phone. I said, no, I wasn't. I had, my earpiece. I always kept those. I buy a lot of those. And then he says, well, you got a tent card. Like, what's a tent card? I like tent on the windows. What's a tent card? I don't know what a tent card is. Okay. Well, your license plate cover is too dark. What do you mean it's too dark? I can see with the license plate. They sell these at the store.
Right.
Why they sell them if I can't? And he's cherry picking.
Right.
All the way around the car. Then he gets to the other side and asks me a question about, my affiliation. And so my man was with me. He told me to calm down. I was like, man, come on, man. You know what this is. He was like, no, just calm down. And he's like, asked the dude, why you're one? He said, yeah, have a nice day.
Why you're, huh?
He asked me, was I something?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So we asked him, were you? Why are you asking that? Because of the emblem on the back of the car.
Right.
Just.
Like you said, cherry picking.
Yeah. I mean, I've had plenty of times. I was going through Georgia because I was going to Glencoe, for work.
Right.
So the cop, it's dusk, and I know it's like 50 miles per hour in this town. So trooper again pulls up next to me, looks at me, drops back behind me and pull me over. He gave me a ticket for speeding.
You kidding?
For speeding. I said, he was like, I'm gonna give you a ticket for speeding. I said, really? I said, just give me the ticket. Let's be done with this.
I always tell my kids that too. Just
Yeah.
take the ticket. We'll handle it in
Yeah.
court.
But you can't fight with if you're
Locked up.
Yeah,
Or
you're fighting right
in
there.
hospital.
Yeah, why get hostile?
Yeah. And a lot of times, like if you feel like you're wrong and you put not guilty on that ticket and put why whatever.
Sometimes they don't want to fight.
No.
Right.
And they write you back.
Right.
I mean, I had a couple of times where I
Right.
had to go to court.
I'm like guilty. I was speeding, man. Hey, what you want me to do?
Right.
I got one time. You know what was crazy? One snow day, I was on my way to work, and so I see the truck, him slowing down, so I'm dropping back, slowing down myself, and I'm still slowing down. He literally slowed down and stopped and put it in reverse.
Really?
And backed up into me. I said, now how the hell I'm gonna explain this to the trooper I got backed into on the highway?
But yeah.
So when the trooper got there, I said, man, he backed up. I don't know what he backed up for. He had one of them big old Broncos. I don't know what he was doing. I'm trying to drop back. It's snowing like crazy.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, let me just, slow down. And I gave him his space and everything. He put it in reverse, and here he comes. I'm like, no. Boom. I said, oh. So how the hell am I going to explain this to this trooper?
Right.
That this dude backed into me on the highway.
What ended up happening?
He admitted it.
Oh, okay.
Older guy. I think he was like 83. He shouldn't have been driving out there in that.
Exactly.
It was crazy. I said, no stress, man, and but
What can you do?
me trying to explain it, even at work, I'm trying to explain it. I said, man, this guy, he backed into me.
On the
People
highway.
like, no way. Yeah, yes. How did you get backed up into on the highway? I said, I had distance and everything. He backed up.
Weird things happen.
Yeah, man. I said, man, try to explain that. I've had some freaky stuff happen. Like even one day I was sitting at the light in Danbury 37, there's a CVS over there. You sit at that light, you can either go up and over the hill to hit the highway to come back to Waterbury, or you keep straight. Most of the time I keep straight to get on the highway. So this young lady bumps me and runs. She takes off, right? The cops played me that day. So she turned the corner and then she slowed down to see whether I was coming. So I got on it. I blocked off traffic to stop her. But you know what they did? They pulled her away from me.
Who did?
The cops. I blocked traffic. Cop was coming. I said, yo, And so what they did was I was going off, man, because she ran. It was an accident.
Right.
She ran.
Right.
She says, no, she didn't. She didn't do that.
They couldn't look on the bumper and see.
They looked. He saw it.
And then he went with her?
They went with her. I said, okay, I got you. Wow. This was my other car.
Right.
But it was just the point of you see, like, to me, in certain cases, up north is the new South.
I thought of that.
Yeah.
I thought of that.
Because I lived in Georgia for 2 years.
I thought of that.
And people, hey, I might
Friendly, right?
I might bump into one or two that got an issue.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Yeah.
up north, man.
That's what I was thinking.
rough.
I really did think that.
So let me ask you a question. Integration or segregation?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. My grandmother and they fought for integration,
Right.
but with the things that's going on, I don't really have a problem with segregation because I feel like people, like all this inbred fighting and stuff like that, I don't
Yeah.
have time.
Right.
Like there's so many things and wonderful things to do.
Right.
And you know my best friend, she's white.
Right.
And I don't know how I would work that out.
So
you
is
know what I
mine.
mean? But
One of mine.
you know, I just think that sometimes it just makes you get that way where it's like, maybe they wanted to be with you,
Right.
but
Okay.
I'm happy.
Another question. Reparations.
What do you mean? Do we think we should get it, or do we think we're gonna get it? I don't think it. Okay.
Do we think we should get it? Do you think are we gonna get it?
I don't think we're gonna get it. I think we should. I think we should get it, but in a capacity of, okay, let's make this and put it here so this can happen. But we have that choice.
Right.
Okay. But reparations, to me, the reason why I don't think we'll ever get it is because we're sending $1 billion to Ukraine. We're different people that's come over here that we've helped.
Right.
Somebody thought I was African and gave me a website for a bunch of things.
Right.
We'll talk.
Right. See?
Yeah. I met a lot.
See?
So I don't think it will, because all these people that's being helped, no, there's no, like when you go for a program, it's so much red tape that you don't want to.
Right. But I want to thank you for coming, and you were the best.
You are too. Thank you for inviting me.
You got to come again because I appreciate your energy, and I want to thank Sky TV and everybody else. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video, and stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you. The Klock Hour. Peace.